All right, next game, the Broncos at the Panthers. This line is off the board in many sports books. I found one, though, that has the Panthers at -3.5. So who do you like this game?
I like the Broncos at that number. I was leaning on them anyway, but the Panthers are dealing with some COVID issues, so we don't know who exactly is going to be available for them. I know DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel are currently on the list, and I think DJ Moore might not be able to come off. The information out there is always spotty on this stuff, so it's going to be one to watch throughout the week. But I just think that with Shelby Harris back, the Broncos defense was able to do a lot against the Chiefs. I think they'll be able to have similar success against the Panthers offense. I think they'll be able to move the ball on that defense too. Drew Lock, if he can just avoid turnovers, this offense would be great. And I know that's a big ask because he is done that. He's turned the ball over, I think, 7 games in a row. But if he can just avoid turnovers, they can ride the running game a bit. Because the Panthers are not very good against the run. They've gotten better as the season has gone along, but they're still not great. I think they've given up 1,200 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns to running backs this year. So I'm probably gonna be on the Broncos in this one. I just think they're gonna keep it close. It could turn into an offensive showdown. But I'm not going to bet heavily on this one. I'm going to see what the line is, but for now I'm leaning on Denver here, I think.
Yeah, I actually like the Panthers. So I guess this is our first disagreement. I think it really depends. It'll depend on the COVID list, right? I mean, if the Panthers have most of their players available, then I think they're going to be a good bet here because, two things. One, I think the Broncos are going to be very flat after that Chiefs game. Like, they put everything into that game. It was their Super Bowl. It kind of reminds me of the Raiders game, the Raiders-Chiefs game that took place on a Sunday night. And the Raiders are so flat against Atlanta the following week. So, it's so hard to play, at 110%, try to beat the arch rival, the best team in the NFL, and come up short and then come back the next week. Early start time too, to play very hard. I just don't see it happening for the Broncos. I think they're going to be flat. The second reason why I like the Panthers, and this really depends on their the COVID list. So if they have all but one receiver, I like them a lot because they're going to have a nice matchup edge against the Denver cornerbacks because AJ Bouye is facing a PED suspension. So he may not play in this game. And then Bryce Callahan was put on injured reserve. So Denver's going to be down its top 2 cornerbacks. And the Panthers, the strength of the team outside of McCaffrey is the receiving core. So that's why it really depends on how many receivers play. So if they have everyone but Moore, if DJ Moore is the only one out, I'm going to like the Panthers a lot. Now, if they're missing Moore and Curtis Samuel, I won't like them as much, but I still like Carolina though.
All right, I'm switching my pick here. Because I fell into the Raiders trap when they played the Falcons and they lost by 37 in that game. So I'm not going to get fooled twice. I hadn't considered the Super Bowl theory. I had thought about they played really well against the Chiefs. They're getting on the right track. But you're right. They could come out totally flat and unmotivated. And, I think Vic Fangio is a very good coach. What he's been able to navigate through this year between injuries and having to start a 5th string wide receiver at quarterback, I think he's done a good job. But I think you're right. This is not a good spot for them from a motivational standpoint. So I'm going to join you on the Panthers unless there are a ridiculous number of people on the COVID list. And then I will most likely just not bet this game because I don't want to, bet on a side that might be unmotivated and a side that's missing half its team.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I mean, you have to wait until to see what the COVID list looks like. So we'll have a better idea Saturday. So yeah, we have all agreements so far. Once again, let's see if we can keep it going.